The world was full of surprises. But George never imagined anything like this. This was the museum's first robot exhibit.
So, what do you think, George?
Are all robots this easy to control?
Some are even easier. George, take this grape juice. Stop. That's not for drinking. It's for spilling on the carpet.
Oh, no. Go on. She asked you to. Enjoy.
So, easy or what?
I want 10.
This one has a delicate enough grip to perform surgery or do this. Ooh. Now, over here are examples of what people imagined robots would be. This is where we'll put your rare models. You will have them here before the opening tonight, right?
Oh, sure. I'll bring them back after I take George home. I got it.
Hey!
Here you go.
Hey, you guys!
Huh? Oops. Sorry. Now where did I put those? George, did you see my box of robots? George, those toys aren't toys. Oh, whew. Well, they are toys, but not toys you play with. I mean, well, you know, I've saved these for years. They're valuable collector's items now. Thanks. Here, you can drive the Mars Rover out.
Wow! Hundley sure loves that.
Okay, George. I have to take that with me. Thanks. I'll see you later.
I never knew Hundley liked robots so much.
That's how George got the idea to make a robot for Hundley to play with. Now, how could he make a robot? The man with the yellow hat missed one. And its instructions. This was only a model of a robot. A real robot moved on its own power. That's when George realized he couldn't build a robot because he didn't know how to make a motor. The only thing he had that could make a robot go was himself.
George, right now the important thing is stopping this balloon.
Maybe those sandbags were the balloon's anchors.
Steady, steady.
Well, I'm trying, but I don't want those bags to hurt my boat. Hey, Clint, you know you can't park here. Loading zone.
Don't drop anything else. It makes us lighter so we go up. We need to be heavy to go down.
Officer Wint, my monkey is floating away with the boy next door.
Climb on.
It's okay. I'll get us down. Just stay calm!
Okay, they're just ahead. Easy. Let's try again. Got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, good luck then.
Oh, oh, whoa. Oh, I've got you, George.
That's not a safe and approved manner to ride a balloon.
I know, Bill. I know. Now, don't worry. I'm gonna help you. Ow! Oh, ow.
This is what happens if you don't follow the rules. The wind's getting stronger. You can tell from that flag down there. It could be worse. At least the wind's not blowing us toward the ocean. Oh no! The wind changed! It's blowing towards the sea. Do you know what that means? Well, yeah, seagulls. But also, we're gonna float across the ocean, and I don't know how to stop us. We'll probably land in some other country where I don't even speak the language and hate the food. I want to go home. I wish I knew how you city kids stay so cool under pressure. What is it? What is it? Hey! Pull that cord! It will open up the vent and he can fly out the top! We're dropping! The vent! It lets hot air out! So that's how you make a balloon go down! George, you saved us! Oh no, the wind's picking up. We're gonna land in the ocean!
I've got you, George.
Yeah! I was a little worried, but there's a proper way to worry without panicking. My camera! Oh, I forgot to take pictures.
That's a great one.
George, you took the pictures for me. If I didn't and you didn't, how?
George loved spending time in the country where there was nothing to do but nothing.
George, the grapes have come in. Want a taste?
Ooh, yeah.
George was busy doing nothing, but he could always drop in for some grapes. George hadn't stepped in any normal hole. Somebody was living down there.
George! George!
George wondered why his new friends ran away when they heard Mrs. Rankins.
You all right, George? I see you found one of our many gopher holes.
So those guys were gophers.
Never seen gophers? Yeah, they dig a tunnel and travel underground. Now, those mounds are the entrances to their tunnel. Oh, Gabby, grape-grabbing gophers grab my greatest grapes!
Relax, dear. Mr. Calhoun, the gopher getter, is coming to take them away.
I will pay double if he nabs every nasty gopher. Oh,
You have to excuse Mr. Rankins. Gopher's got his goat.
Calhoun is here! Your gopher problems are over. No! That is the biggest gopher I ever saw!
Oh, this is George. He's our next-door monkey.
Ah, there's your gophers. You see, the entrance mounds give away the boundaries of their tunnels. There are no mounds outside this yard. That means they have no escape. By the time they realize they need a new tunnel, I'll have caught them all. We don't want the gophers hurt. Naturally. I catch the little sweeties and take them to a new, happier home, far, far away.
George felt it was only fair to warn the gophers. George invited them to come live in his yard. Of course, gophers travel by tunnel. So he told them to tunnel over to his yard. But gophers don't speak monkey. So he decided to dig the tunnel for them. The country house was a great place for a monkey. Though sometimes George ran up against the house rules.
We don't draw on the walls. House rules, remember? George, what did we say about buttering your corn with your feet?
Some house rules make sense, and some seem like a complete waste of feet. The animals in the tree didn't have to worry about any old house rules, which made it sound like a great place for a monkey. Yep, the tree was nice, all right. But it could be even nicer.
I bet a fluffy, dry towel would feel real good about now, huh? Come on.
George couldn't live in a tree and stay dry like he could in the house. Unless he had a tree house. Then he could make his own house rules. The next morning, George got to work. He picked the perfect branch. He chose his material, cardboard, from the refrigerator box. He definitely needed something less bendy. So George went to see what other houses were made of.
Hey, George. You like the new hen house I'm building? Those? Oh, those are my plans.
Of course, George needed a plan.
Nice. If you want to try building, take any wood you need.
Ahoy, George! Well, that's a lot of wood. Building something, are you? You need any nails?
One of the nicest things about city living, there's always music playing somewhere. To George, this was great. Monkeys love music. And he was no exception.
Steve, please. I have to practice for my solo in the concert tonight. It's pivotal in the piece.
George was impressed by the sounds Betsy made on the xylophone.
Would you like to try, George?
There's nothing a monkey likes better than banging on things with fuzzy hammers.
These things are called keys. Each one plays a different pitch. Listen. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. See? Sounds like the notes are climbing a staircase. You try.
Maybe those fuzzy hammers made everything sound musical. The only way to find out was to try.
Betsy! Time for your hair appointment. I want you to look your best for your solo tonight.
I wish I didn't have to take my xylophone to the hairdresser's. What if someone knocks it over?
Well, we can't leave it here, dear. We don't have time to come back and pick it up before the concert.
You'll take my xylophone to school for me? Oh, George, you're a lifesaver. Okay, the concert starts at 4, so it has to be at the school before then.
I can give you a hand with that if you want. I'm an expert at moving things.
George was happy to have Steve's help, especially since Steve had a watch on.
Oh, great. Now, the way I move it is...
Betsy, for crying out loud, I'm in 3rd grade already. I think I can figure out how to move a xylophone. Duh.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, thanks again, George. See you at the concert.
We got plenty of time, George.
George would just have to wait. And wait, and wait, and wait.
George, relax, will ya? We don't have to be there until... Holy cow! We gotta get moving! Why didn't you tell me? Oh, it's too wide to fit. You'd think she would have told us how she moves it. Careful! Remember what Betsy said? We don't want to knock it over and break it. I've got it. We'll take it apart. We'll put the pieces in Betsy's wagon and wheel them to the school. Bing, bang, boom. We put it back together. Oh, brain, no strain. Oh! See? Oh, brain, no strain. You bring the wagon.
Getting to the school on time wasn't a problem. But there was something they forgot.
Any chance you remember what key goes where? I got it! If we put them back in the same order we took them off, they'll be in the right order.
When you wake up bleary-eyed, normal things can look odd.
Getting a drink of water?
And odd things even odder.
Well, I'm training in gravity boots. Tomorrow's the big day. I'm scheduled to take my first rocket ride. Again. George, it's okay to look, just don't touch anything. Well, it's good to train for falling down, too, I guess.
Good morning, boys. You remember Professor Einstein and Professor Pizza.
So, are you ready to become the first normal guy to walk in space?
No one on Earth is more ready or more normal. Just ask my monkey.
Well, you know your mission, repairing the Einstein Pizza Space Telescope.
Like this normal telescope. It makes faraway things look closer.
Ooh.
But our telescope is much bigger, so it can see much, much further. Plus, it's in outer space, beyond the ruinous interference of Earth's atmosphere.
It gave us these amazing pictures of distant planets and nebula, stuff out in space.
But the controls got stuck, and now it only points at Earth.
Yes, in fact, it's aimed directly at Professor Pizza's kitchen window. All we've gotten for a month are pictures of Tony cooking and one of his dog licking a cake.
And I didn't see that one till after we ate the cake.
To repair the telescope, you'll replace 4 cube-shaped batteries.
Oh, here you go.
You will also replace 3 cylinder-shaped gyroscopes. Gyroscopes help aim the telescope. It's hard for you to understand. I'll explain it another time.
Sorry, George. Too complicated for little monkeys.
No, I meant you.
Oh, right.
You'll remove the telescope's Grunsfeld Smith nut using this wrench. When its lever is pushed to the left, it spins left to loosen. To tighten it again, push the lever to the right, and it spins to the right.
Wow, you hear that, George? Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, even in space.
Okay, it's time to launch.
So when I spacewalk, I go out this door, then close it behind me, just like at home?
Oh, you don't do anything. We designed it so it closes and locks itself automatically after you exit.
Well, how do I get back in? I don't see a doorknob. Oh, there's a secret button, isn't there?
Oh.
Oh, don't tell me you didn't design a way for him to get back inside after the spacewalk.
The automatic locking door was Pizza's idea.
No, the automatic closing door was mine. He said, let's make it lock, too.
Oh, we have to scrub the mission.
Oh, no, please. What if someone else goes with me and opens the door from inside?
There's no room for another man. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
George, we're in outer space together.
A dog bouncing down the sidewalk meant 2 things. 1, Charky had gotten loose again. And 2, George was in another challenging game of follow the leader. To Hundley, this behavior was undignified. Even for a monkey.
Gotcha. Time to go home, girl. Hi, George. Bye, George.
If only Hundley could be a fun dog. Like Charky. Hundley had tricked him. He ran all the way upstairs to play. This was a perfect time for George's new soccer ball. Now Hundley didn't want to play. That dog just couldn't make up his mind.
Uh-oh. Accident? Let's go get you cleaned up.
George decided he wouldn't bother Hundley anymore today. Now Hundley was playing again. George didn't understand it. But he wasn't going to complain. He'd never seen Hundley act like this before. George figured he'd clean up so Hundley wouldn't get in trouble and be discouraged from acting fun.
Now you're looking crisp. Oh, no!
What happened?
My desk! Someone is... George!
George, what are you doing? You didn't do it? Well, then who did? It's not a big deal. Just tell the truth.
George didn't want to get Hundley in trouble, but he had no choice.
No one will be upset by the truth.
Well, if no one would be upset...
Hundley did it? George, think hard. Can you really picture Hundley jumping up and making this mess?
George wondered what Mr. Glass and Mr. Zubel were saying.
Okay, so you don't want my art, but if you tell me what kind of art you do want, I can find it for you. Hello, George.
Hi, you're a monkey, aren't you? Congratulations. So, what kind of art do I want? Well, look at my building, my lobby. Look at me. We all say unique, so I want a painting in my lobby to be unique. Just like everything else.
I know. Sue Berm is the painter you want. Let's go see her.
Is she unique?
Yes, and a huge talent. You can come too, George. She'll like you.
A painter who lives at the zoo. I like that. That's unique. So, Sue Berm has an elephant. Well, that's kind of unique.
Sue Berm doesn't have an elephant. Sue Berm is an elephant. Meet the painter. Sue Berm.
The elephant is the painter. Now that's unique!
Sue Berm grabbed a sponge. She must have wanted to clean off what George did.
Watch how she uses the sponge, George. That's her signature. She's done.
I'll take it.
You should come back and paint with Sue Berm another time, George.
It's great! One of a kind!
You want it to look really special?
I like special. I am special.
Come to my studio.
Sharky was ready for more playtime. Mr. Glass would not be happy about this. But maybe George could make it better. George asked Sue Berm to make an exact copy of the damaged painting. George had finally found a game Hundley would play with him.
Hundley, it's nice to see you having fun with your friend George.
Except Hundley wasn't playing. He was trying to protect the dignity of his doorway. A job made all the harder by the start of flea season.
Uh-oh, first flea of the season, huh? I'm gonna buy flea soap right now. You watch the door, Hundley.
Hello, George. Bye, Hundley.
Hundley could finally reach that itchy spot, which felt great. Until he saw that he was out of uniform. This was completely undignified. He had to find his collar.
Are you trying to drink that dirty water? Oh, how sad. No collar. Oh, you have no home. Oh, you can relax now. I'll get you clean water and a loving home.
Here you go.
There was no Hundley. He'd never left his post before. Who was that lady, and where was she taking Hundley?
Cicely, I found another poor stray whose life we can enrich.
Hundley couldn't understand why this nice lady would bring him to such a terrible-looking place.
Oh, what a handsome guy you are. And you look so dignified.
Well, maybe it wasn't all bad. This one had excellent taste.
Oh, don't you worry. We'll find you a new home full of everything you've ever wanted.
What Hundley wanted was to get out of here and go home to his lobby. Hundley was never so happy to see George. It was pretty obvious he wanted to go home.
Dachshund found on N Avenue.
Cicely, how long have we had a monkey here?
A what? There is no monkey in here.
George had grown tired of the same old bathtub frog and boat races. He needed new tub toys.
Done with your bath, George? Well, then, please get back in the tub. You're puddling.
This was George's box of stray stuff, none of which had ever been played with in the tub. None of this stuff made for exhilarating monkey tub action. This disappointing bath was over. Some of the stuff was moving on its own. These were good tub toys.
George wasn't sure how to get all that fun stuff out of the drain. It went down with the water, so logically, if he added more water, it should all float back up.
Oh, boy. Just a second, George. Water's backing up into the sink, and I don't know why. In the bathroom, too? Oh, no. I'd better call the plumber.
George liked it when Mr. Auger, the plumber, came over. He had the best toolbox George had ever seen.
Good to see you again, Auger.
Is it? No one calls the plumber until there's trouble. Just once it would be nice if someone called to say, "Come over and have a cookie."
Would you like a cookie?
I would, but I have work to do. Where's your water main shutoff valve?
Downstairs. Take him, Hundley. Woo!
Hey, George, you can watch if you're curious. These pipes lead to all the rooms in the building. Some bring the water in, and some drain it out. This main valve controls the water for the whole place. There. Now everyone's water is off until I turn it back on. It's like having a superpower. This breaks up clogs. Nothing there. Clogs can be evasive and mysterious foes. The plunger squishes water down the pipe to help push away the trouble. Ah, there! I have made contact! Clog located!
The man with the yellow hat's hat was special. But what made it so special?
George, come on, it's time to go. When I put my hat on, I'm all ready to head out the door. What? Huh? What? Okay. George, that was funny, but you know the rule. No one is allowed to play with the yellow hat.
George sure liked that yellow hat. George's cap just wasn't special.
I'd like to return these. They were yellow, but after only one washing, they turned saffron. I have to make a big speech, and I need to know my shorts are yellow. Like a hat of your own, George? Well, which hat do you like?
George wanted a big yellow hat, but there was only one of those in the world.
Well, you could try different hats till you find what feels right for you.
So George began his quest for headgear.
Hey, where's George today? Didn't recognize ya. That's not a city kid hat. Some hats are right for some people and some aren't.
George's friends didn't appreciate any of his headgear. Picking the right headgear was not easy. What made the yellow hat so great? It was just plain fun.
George, I need to wear the hat for an important speech at the museum. Please don't play with it.
That's what George wanted. A fun hat that he could play with. George wanted his fun hat to be more than just a normal hat. He'd use his cap for shape. He would need an opening. Because that would be his ice cream dispenser. But it wasn't fun when it froze the top of his head and then melted and leaked. To solve these problems, George used heavy poster board and raisins instead of ice cream for a fun, healthy snack and a hat. Little monkeys sure can't take up a lot of space, especially when they have a lot of stuff.
Well, that's the last of it, George. George? Now, George, are you sure we can't give this all away instead of storing it in the basement? You'll never use any of this stuff again.
The way George saw it, you should save everything because you never know when you might need it.
Okay, let's take it downstairs.
There's nothing Hundley loved more than a clean lobby. He only wished that monkey felt the same way.
Oh, sorry about that, Hundley.
Is that all of it?
It's not even half of it.
301's doorbell is stuck again. Don't worry, Hundley will show you to the basement.
Great. George, I'll go upstairs for more boxes. Why don't you and Hundley find a spot for them? Don't go down empty-handed.
Hundley decided to find a place for George's stuff. It occurred to Hundley that this was the first time he'd been in the basement by himself. Now, where did that ball go? A good lobby dog is fearless.
What are you guys waiting for? Why aren't you bringing the boxes downstairs? Well, I'll go upstairs and get more boxes.
George knew something in that basement must have scared Hundley, but he wondered what. Hundley couldn't let George go into that basement all by himself. He was a lobby dog, and this was his job. There was nothing to be afraid of. A basement is just a room full of junk. There was nothing to be afraid of down here. Except for that creepy noise.
George? Are you two all right?
Calm down.
Something in that basement must be frightening them. Let's all go down together and see what it is.
Well, I have to wait for the doorbell repairman.
Hundley wished he could wait for the doorbell repairman,